How's it going? So I want to go over my scouting report that I did on the Tuscola Mountaineers. They're a varsity team in North Carolina. I found them on YouTube, and I wanted to do just a quick little rundown on them. This is just based off of what I could tell was that he wore a large uniform, but in terms of just the pitcher, which this who number 3 is, he's the pitcher. His name is Jarrett. Um, while I was looking at him, I put mechanics as a 4 for infield because there were a few plays where he made plays off the mound that everything was perfect. His feet were pointed, his shoulders were pointed at the target, and he made solid throws. Um, that was included there on the range as well. Um, because coming off the mound and fielding isn't the easiest thing to do, especially obviously as a pitcher because the ball comes at you pretty fast. So I gave him 4s across the board. His throwing, um, as you can see, I gave him a 3, and then same in pitching, I gave him a 3. Um, and what I did for that with mechanics is because he is a submarine type pitcher, so meaning he comes instead of over the top like most pitchers, he starts his arm slot down and he kind of throws the ball up at you. So think of it as like you kind of going underhand, except more sidearmed and slanted up. Um, so it's a funky mechanical move, but it is effective, and it showed to be effective in the game that I scouted. So I gave him 4 for strength and throwing because it looked like he threw pretty hard for his age. His accuracy was very well. He didn't walk anybody the entire game. And then went down to do the rest of the team. I couldn't do a bracket for everybody because they had enough people where they were moving them in and out. So I just did them all together. And mechanics and range, everything from infield, throwing, pitching, catching, outfield were all very, very well. Um, I don't recall them making an error at all in the game. Everything was fundamentally sound. Everything was proper. There were a couple times that, like I've talked about in previous strategies and things, where you want to make the proper throw, even if there's a runner in front of you. You want to make the easy out because it puts more pressure on the opposing team, and that's what I saw a couple times. Was a runner came across the fielder's face, but he didn't worry about him. He got the runner at first. Um, from that, you drills from a report. Um, in terms of drills and stuff from a report, I would have to say that we would just do our normal drills, except I would want to do like a timing drill. So I would hit balls to our infielders and to our outfielders and time how fast can we get them out? How fast can we create the exchange? Can we kind of like mimic or take away part of the time it takes to put the balls from one place to another? Can we manipulate our feet? Can we manipulate our fielding? Can we get ourselves in a position to do those things to help us out? Um, and then from there, as you have here as an example, if you track your opponent's footwork and coordination, you know, that's kind of what I would do. They were very fast on the base path. They were good pitching. They were good hitting. And they attacked first pitch. A lot of the times that I saw first pitch, they were swinging. So from that, I would say, as a pitcher, maybe keep them off balance, throw a couple off-speed pitches at first, their first pitch, and then work from there. Fielding wise, maybe cheat in a little, or cheat back, just because of how big some of those kids were. And then with our hitting, we need to be smart and not swing at anything out of the zone above our heads, but we need to attack when there's a opportunity to strike. We need to take it, and we need to exploit this team the best we can with all the dynamics and how good they are. We need to capitalize on anything we can.